Hey guys, this one, well, the title will probably say Dreams of Flying or something like this. This is a little different from any other video I've done so far. And the idea comes, or it's a response to a podcast by Longbox Reviews, Eric. I listen to his podcast. He also does some videos here on YouTube. And he kind of asked a question. He talked about his own dreams of flying, and he asked the question of other people, what are their dreams of flying like? Or, I'm not sure how he put it now, but to me it's like recurring dreams of flying, or is there a pattern to your dreams of flying? If you have dreams of flying. I hadn't thought before about whether other people have dreams of flying, but it seems like a thing that people would tend to have dreams of, and that may be the origin of Superman and the origin of all these superheroes that we love. Is it kind of, there's the Jungian archetypes, the archetypes that are shared by all humanity. I don't know if I believe in Jung and his archetypes, but anyway, it does seem like a really cool question, and I happen to have recurring dreams of flying throughout my life. It's not like the dreams happen every month or maybe even every year, but I had a dream of flying about I don't know, three weeks ago, and I still remember it, or at least a bit of it, pretty vividly. And when I woke up, I felt like it had really happened sometime in the past in my life, and then I realized I've had a similar kind of dream, maybe 5 or 10 times in 30 years. I don't really know. That's just a guess of how often it happened. But so the way my dream of flying goes is it's a little bit like ice skating or skiing. So I'm running along, I'm running on the ground, and I feel a little lift. It may be a bit like if you're a jogger who runs long distances, how at some point you kind of hit that magic feeling or something. And I used to, years ago, do a lot of jogging. So I'm running along, and I just feel a little lift from the ground here and there, and I feel like as I run, I experiment, and with certain steps or angles of my foot, I can just kind of hit the air just right so it lifts me rather than my foot going down. And soon I'm running a little bit off the ground and a little higher and higher, and it's like I kind of have to angle into the air just right to keep it going. And when I do it a little bit wrong, I sink down a little bit, and then I do it right and I keep going up. And usually it's amazing. I realize I'm doing something amazing, and yet it feels kind of normal and natural too. And I look around to see if anyone sees me doing this, and no one does. It's like my secret thing that when I run just right, I can fly. I think it's also a little bit like skiing, for those of you who've done like downhill skiing, which I, again, haven't done in years. I did a lot of skiing when I was a teenager. But I remember that feeling when at first you learn to like snowplow, and then the kind of modified snowplow, and then you learn to parallel with your skis parallel, and that feeling when you kind of master just a little tilt here and a little tilt there, and you're controlling the whole thing and you're gliding along. That's kind of how my running on air is. And when I get it just right, when I hit that groove, it's like this effortless thing where I'm running through the air. So that's when I dream about flying, that seems to be what my dream of flying is like. It's not at all like Eric's, but his was very specific too. Even like at what height he tends to fly at and stuff. So I just thought, I don't want to tag people because you might or might not have dreams of flying that you remember, but I'd love it if anyone else out there wants to share dreams of flying, just because I find it an interesting tangential thing to comics. When I can, I'll dig up a link to the page of Eric's Eric's podcast. I listen through iTunes, but I know he has a website where you can just listen to the podcast right there. His podcast about flying is very short. And he requested people email him their answers. I just thought it would be more fun to make a video, and hope some of you do the same thing, possibly. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.